Well, there you are again. Charlie Greer podcast. I do this every day. Today, the ex-mayor's uncle. So first, let me start off by please like, share, subscribe. I usually don't say this, but I need to get off. I need to quit lollygagging. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, it's in the description. There's info for Zelle. Um, and I just joined Rumble. So this will be my first video also on Rumble. You can check me out on Rumble because I'm getting doxxed, man. YouTube no likey me. I mean, what? YouTube? You're holding down again. YouTube, I don't need your help doing a bad podcast. I do it on my own. So, the ex-mayor's uncle, and let me just start off. Pray for Abby and Libby. Pray for their families. Pray for law enforcement. Pray for the ex-mayor and his uncle. Spread the blessings. I'm not going to use names. I'm going to talk in generalities. So technically, I'm still dry snitching, but hey. So yeah, the ex-mayor. Let's start with him. A go-getter. Suspicious though. There's something about here's the thing about me. I'm in my 50s, right? Anybody, there's nepotism, favoritism, cronyism. Here's this guy. He became mayor in what? In his 20s. His brain wasn't even developed yet. I'm the mayor, and his dad's this, and his uncle, and this, that, and the other. Bullshit. I don't like that. And everybody, oh my God, he looks like that's smart. Something's up with that dude. He's got that weird walk too. I'm not saying he's my PO. This is my humble opinion. I don't know. Shit, again. Something's up. And where was he that day? Where was he like February 13th? Didn't he like say he was somewhere? Oh, I was in a meeting and then that didn't happen and they don't talk. What, huh? Where were you? Hanging out with my uncle. I mean, I don't know. Something suspicious about that guy. I don't know what it is. But it just that he's so young and he's so juiced in with like nepotism, favoritism, cronyism. Like my dad, so we're all that is corruption. Even if it was that, even if it had nothing to do with a crime. You are 20. When did we become mayor? Like 24, 26, something like that. Shit, your brain doesn't develop till you're almost 30. You're telling me that this dude is like, oh yeah. I hate that about small towns. I hate that about life. That they'll push. Dude could be there's no level playing field, people. And shame on the people that are supporting this nepotism. Forget about this crime. Just forget about his oh, God, see, and I'm smiling. I got that. And then he changed his appearance right after. Shave his beard, shave his head. Okay, the ex-mayor. That's it. And then he become like the assistant district attorney. I mean, it's just like it's just so much bullshit. Like certain people like, dang, I'll be no. Nope. No, I'm not gonna get. And then his uncle, okay, his uncle, who was like the this and that, the deputy, and all these other things. Well, guess where he's at? His lollygagging ass is in jail for doing some crazy shit with the younger girls, man. Isn't that suspicious to anybody? Don't you think that he was doing that? He was connected to probably sharing files and all this other stuff. Come on, man, think about it. And those two. Wouldn't you think that, pardon me, wouldn't you think that people would be like, maybe his uncle would? No, because they're so-and-so and they're doing this and that. It's just bullshit, man. So yeah, he was, for a long while, he was, and threatening people. Like supposedly he like clicked a gun on the phone. And again, I'm talking in generalities. I don't want to say names, okay? You can figure out who these people are. And I'm sorry I have to, but they're like doxing the shit out of me over here. That's why I said earlier, like, share, subscribe. I joined Rumble. If you want to support the channel, it's in Zelle. Because man, I might not be, I don't even have any. I don't get this because I don't have any subscribers. Nobody's watching my podcast. Why are they kind of doing shaving? I'm getting shaved. They're shaving everything off of me, man. Um, I don't know. You would think they'd go after someone with a little bit of, nobody knows who I am. I'm invisible, basically. So that's why, again, like, share, subscribe, support the channel. I'm going to be starting to do this full time, so I need support. Be appreciated. So yeah, the also the mayor, ex-mayor, I should say, that first presser they did, like right after it happened, he's on stage. Man, he is doing every kind of uh there's a video you can when I forgot the guy's name, but there's a where he shit. He looks like he's about to throw up, cry, shit his pants, everything. Why would he be doing that? He's the mayor. He should be. Come on, man. And he just doesn't fit in with those older dudes. Probably be everything given to him his whole life. He's never had any real adversity. Those people are scary. They're the kind of people that would do some stupid shit. Nobody's told me no. I'll do whatever I. And where was he that day? Is that what they were talking about? He may be in the room, hiding in plain sight, to the killer. Were they talking about him? Is it also connected to, again, so I think this is a crime within a crime. I think that like people were involved. So you could set people up, hang them out to dry, this, that, and the other thing. Is that what they're talking about? You've never seen Doug Carter and him hanging out, huh? Because you don't want Doug Carter on your ass. He seems like he probably sleeps in that outfit. And what Tobe said, the people will be shocked. Is that what they're talking about? Somebody in power, somebody in a position where they could. Also, didn't I hear that he also was involved with? He helped with the like computers and phones and stuff for like the city and the police. Is that true? Comment below. Did he? Is that why the BG video is so messed up? He's like, oh, let me help you out there. And he just compressed it and this, that, and the other and did some few smearing and whatever. There it is. Well, what do you do? I tried. Is something like that going on? Because my gut's telling me that there's higher ups. And if that couple that have an informer or whatever it is, an insider, I don't even, leaker, who knows? If they did take KK to a military base, is that why? Because they're dealing with like all these dudes that are in law enforcement and deputy and an associate prosecutor. Huh? Could it be? It's a strange, mysterious world. Could be. And that uncle of his, see, and you see the picture. Can't people, I mean, I don't know. I don't like to judge people, but I could read people looking at him. You're going to let him be a deputy and he's this, that, the other thing. Then threatening people. The girl that he was messing with didn't even want to come forward. Is that what it is? Tough guy with kids. Oh, you think you're tough. See, that's what happened when you don't have to say no. You take of the weak. That's a tell right there. I'm talking about his uncle. Taking advantage of the young and the weak. Bro, it's coming. I don't know where you're in prison at or whatever. Gin pop, you better hope you're not. Even murderous folios don't put up with that, man. Don't you have any foresight? Do you think that you're not going to get caught? Like, oh, no, that's another thing about this case. These fools don't think they're going to get caught. Everything will be exposed. Everybody. That's another, when my last Delphi video, who's your POI? I don't really have a POI. I think it's a few people involved. Maybe it might be the ex-sheriff, a mayor and his uncle. Wasn't he like, my phone. Wasn't he like, This fucking phone. Anyway. Wasn't he like fired in January and then the Delphi murders happened like February? Isn't that how, and that's a timeline? I'm saying his uncle, the ex law enforcement guy. And that wasn't that the girl's the same age as when he started messing with the other girl. I mean, again, speculation. I'm assuming, it's my humble opinion. I don't know. They're not telling us anything. They're not leaking anything. It's just like a game of Clue. It's a Rubik's Cube. It's all like, oh, what? See? Something's not right. Have they interviewed these people? Have they took DNA? Well, no, see, of course we didn't take his DNA because he's so-and-so's boy, and there's that, see, all that nepotism, favoritism, cronyism. You're not going to get anything done. Generational. You are not going to get through that. There's whole towns. That's everywhere, man. Well, I'm so-and-so, and I believe you see. There's always corruption connected to that. Always. Anytime you have, again, like even the Kennedys, JFK and Robert Kennedy, man, they were sleeping with everybody. And it's a thing. That's what you get. The result of nepotism, cronyism, favoritism is corruption. There is no other equation to that. When you've never been told no and you're given everything, guess what? You get kind of and you're weak and you're this, that, and the other. You think you can get away with things. You think you can just lie. And I think that the ex-mayor sounds like the video or the audio. Maybe not. I mean, again, that's my humble opinion. I'm not saying he's not my POI or anything. It's just kind of, I've been chatting with people commenting, and they come up with the same, and I didn't even say anything. I'm like, dude, you know, you're right. Something's not right about this. What are they coming up for? Because they will cover up. These people, say if they know each other, they're on law enforcement, and they city jobs, this, that, and the other, and they also belong to the same lodge or whatever the hell you want to call that, like outside of, well, we're all so-and-sos, and they will cover. It's brethren, like, hey, you got to, don't break the oath kind of thing. That's real. Every town. You can't get away. Look at your town sign. See those little badges on there? You don't have a badge, do you? They do. And they want everyone to know. They hide in plain sight and they kind of nanny boo boo and rub your nose in it. How do I know this? I can't say much, but back in the day, I used to have a little pull in my family. I was asked to be involved in some of these little secret society groups. I said no. At first I was kind of, oh, hey, and I talked to my grandfather. I was like, no, we don't do that. We were not gonna, and I didn't. Of course, they dropped me like a hot potato, and then here comes the slander and the. What do you think? Comment. Is there something to this? Is the ex-mayor, is he just such a super person that he's going to be the mayor? I'm the district attorney. I'm the sheriff. I'm the what? Is this like an old Clint Eastwood movie? I'm the mayor and the sheriff. Shit. Something's not right. Where was he that day? The 13th. Like, are they sure? He went, well, I went to Lafayette and had a meeting, and then there's no minutes on the meeting or something. Isn't that nothing? Did he have some involvement with like cyber? Like, I help, not only am I the mayor, but I help with the cyber stuff. Did he get the first time? Some of these cops, they don't give me the phone. How you turn it on? They don't. Here comes so-and-so. And he, let me download it. No, let me see. I'll clean it up. And then did he mess it up? Again, I'm just speculating. My humble opinion. I remember hearing that he did something. He was involved in that. Like that was his side hustle or something. Maybe. Perhaps. Well, we shall see, huh? If they're going to let us. Again, I've since my first video, I don't think this is going to get solved. Unfortunately, pray for Abby and Libby. Let today be the day. But I just don't they're just kicking this can down the road. Why won't they release any more information? And it's under the guise of the integrity of the case. You guys don't have any integrity, man. This case is a shit show. I mean, it's just if it was a movie, people would be like, "Oh, damn, I don't believe it." But believe it. It affects us all too. You know, no one is exempt from having the feelings of, "Hey, I used to be 13, 4. I remember that." Go out, and you're not there's other people on the trails. These girls, like, oh, they're not thinking, you know. And of course, you're online when you're that young. Yeah, you're you know, exploring the world. You're coming into your own. And then for these cowardly bitches or cowardly bitch or whoever, multiple, I don't know, plural, is it one? Is it two? I don't know. See, that's what really riles me about this is they're strutting around. They did this to girls, the kids. And think that, oh, my power, you're tough. You know, really? I don't see you doing this to like two grown men. I mean, I'm 6'2", 200 pounds. I don't see there was two of us, me, two guys, that wouldn't happen. So you have to prey on the innocent. This is some biblical shit. You think. See, everyone's a badass till they run into one. And I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying there are people out there. I've had my nose busted so many times. I don't have any symptom in my nose. Like it's messed up. And I got jumped by 3 gangbangers in, was it March of 2020? Almost died. I mean, it could get to the point where I could have been killed. It was scary. I had to do a year of physical therapy. I've got a disability, my neck, back, and head, got a head injury, being tapped up by these gangbangers. Of course, they jumped me from behind for no reason. Just, you know, sometimes you're in the wrong place, wrong time, and whatever. And it sucks. To this day, I'm in pain. Matter of fact, today it's a cold day. I have to deal with this. My neck, I can't turn it sucks. From criminals. And then the LAPD wouldn't release the footage. They wouldn't even, matter of fact, they didn't release the police report on my case till a year after it was settled. I mean, it's everywhere, man. They sided with the gangbangers. Turned out they were from Miami, came to LA, and I don't even know what the hell, shit, what? But yeah, they had to jump someone from behind, 3 dudes, big dudes. See, that's what I mean. These people think there's these people out there like, yeah, man, I'm this, that, and the other, I'm whatever. Or even if you're a secret, creepy guy, you prey on the innocent. You prey on the weak. They thought I was weak. In my case, they're the ones that went running. Okay. Now, granted, people jumped in and helped me, but once I got my wits to, it's just like, dude. And that how their face changes, where they're all confident and they realize like, oh shit, I bit off more than I can chew. I kind of love that look. I haven't seen it that much, but run. They ran. Then I had to get like 100 feet from me. Yeah, you motherfucker. Okay, right. You went running and now you're gonna stop. And then they get running again. I'm not a tough guy, man. I don't like to. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Why did it happen to me? It just happened. You know, you think these things happen to other people. Crime is weird. Violence is weird. I was having a great day that day. Next thing you know, I'm holding a partial bloody police report, dripping blood, you know. Dumbass bullshit. But I think something's up with this ex-mayor and his uncle. I think something is afoot. I'm sure people have done deep dives on them. And we need another one. We need someone to, and again, put away all the, you know, because people think like, well, he's in a position, he would never. Yeah, they will. Matter of fact, people that, again, are in power. See, power corrupts. Supposedly, pardon me, everybody. Pardon me, you. If we were put in a certain position of power, especially unlimited power, supposedly that corrupts people. It starts messing with everyone's mind. That's biblical. That's old school. Every ancient book says that. But there's levels. Some people won't do it, but there's something. Since I got on this case, there was something about the mayor. At the time, he was a mayor. Now he's the ex-mayor. Then I found out about his uncle. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I've been around the block a couple times. Lived in LA for 24 years. Ran the streets of Hollywood, Los Angeles, the Valley, everywhere. You gotta get street smart. You get like spidey senses. You can read motherfucker. I already knew how to read motherfucker, but then it's like really to the point where like they can't have you around. You can't be standing around for a minute conversation because they just know that little like fronting, that they be fronting. I won't even say anything and they'll be no. Maybe that's why those gangbangers jumped me from behind. Because I what are you gonna do? But someone comment below if you think that this is what's your take on it? Have you watched that mayor or ex-mayor's walk? Have you seen that? He has a strange walk, man. Check it out. And obviously his uncle is a ne'er-do-well, no good Nick, in jail. Does he have to be, is he in protected custody? I bet he is. You just can't be strutting around gen pop or general population in jail like, yep, I'm the one that raped all those good. No. You will be the raped, man. I mean, shit, I shouldn't even say these words. Again, I'm getting doxxed. Like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Zelle. Zelle's an app. You can figure it out. And on Rumble, I started Rumble today. So I'm tired of being held down. I'm tired of being like little YouTube going, you'll have nothing and like it. I just don't like that. There's no level playing field on YouTube. I'm in an algorithm that shit. Just a series of zeros and ones. And then, again, I totally get it about my channel. I'm in my 50s. I'm not going to get the Ariana Grande crowd or whatever the hell it is. What's ever hit and go. I'm an old man. But damn, give me a little bit of shit. Quit kicking me in the teeth. But I think something's up with this ex-mayor. And then what's even more suspicious is they would put him in the like assistant district attorney or whatever he is. And then the district attorney's like, oh, all information about the case must come through me. Why would that be? And why would you let a guy whose uncle is already in jail for basically doing this with his nephew? Come on. They're covering for something. They're circling the wagons, man. It just drives me crazy. I think that's why I'm kind of obsessed with this case because there's something else. There's an element. This popped off one of the biggest investigations in the state's history. And are they just going to they're going to dangle a few people out to dry? Is that what it is? Because there's levels to crime. You got the catfishers and this, that. Are they just going to let some, that's a thing too. They always do that. They always you get like the first level or two of the crime. You don't get the next 10 or whatever. It's a small world, man. Especially cyber world. You're on there. Are they sharing whatever the hell? And someone commented in my comments that in that world you can't be an observer. And I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Thank you for commenting. But I don't like to use names anyways. But they say in that world you can't be an observer, meaning you've got to get your hands dirty. You got to do it too. Is that what's going on? They're like, oh no, you got to, hey, you got to get a little grit on you. Same thing with gangs, same thing with the mob. It's all any kind of crime. That would make sense to me. Since I read that, I was like, oh wow. And that's probably called something in that world, whatever, comment below. And thank you for the person that put that in my comments. That's right on the money, man. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, ding, ding, ding. Like bells were, he's right or she's right. Whoever, I think it was a dude. Again, I have a head injury, man. If I don't remember, and I don't like to use names. I'm not going to mention anyone's name. Even these people, again, it's the ex-mayor and the uncle. It could be anybody's ex-mayor. I got to do it because I'm being doxxed by YouTube. Is there more to this? Is that why they're like, oh God, we got to protect him because we want to protect the ex-mayor? It's going to come to us because we were all doing this. We were all involved in some level. Or he's a fellow brethren in our secret little thing. We have to. So says the oracle. I don't know. I have a feeling something's, dude. I have a feeling this is right on the money. It might not be. He might not have actually did the crime, but he was involved. Maybe again, if you're involved, he's like, well, are you going to take some pictures? I'll buy them from you. And then when that happened, they're like, oh shit, like nope. Is that what it is? Somebody else did the murder, yet this ex-mayor and his uncle or whatever were like, oh God, we got to put a few barriers and layers of, I don't know. My humble opinion, assumption. I don't like to assume. Assumption's the mother of all like mistakes, but they're not giving us anything. We don't have any they're not dripping out any information. Oh, the integrity of the case. We get that you got to quit saying that or whatever they're saying about. No, we can't because it's making you look like a bunch of folios. And human error, again, calling off the search. Well, it's dark and cold, even though we're trained to search. And call off the bloodhounds. No, didn't somebody stand around and go, look, dude, we can't cut off the bloodhounds because that'll take a trail to. No, I've said it. It's in stone. How can you keep your jobs if you're making all these mistakes? Something isn't right. I have never seen a case this messed up. And that 2019 presser, he might be in the room to the killer. Was the ex-mayor in the room? Was he there just kind of lurking like, because he's like, you want to know, we know. One day you will. Is that what it was? Was he coming around like, wanting to know everything? And then after that day, he didn't want to. Again, my opinion, a speculation. I know something ain't right. Just for the fact that his uncle is in jail for, I think, for life. And what else did he do? That's what they caught him on. And he was so like braggadocious and mean. He was like threatening people on the phone and like clicking guns. That's what I watched a thing about it on the news clip said that. This wasn't a YouTuber. This was a news thing that they. And then he was defiant afterwards. His statement was like, "Oh, you're making a big shit." Narcissist, sociopath, psychopath. Obviously, he was. He got caught, and then they reward his nephew. What? Huh? Is it me? Am I the dumbass asshole? Come on. Maybe. Again, I could be. Shit, you never know. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Check me out on Rumble. I just might switch to Rumble because I'm not getting any love, man. I mean, I hey, I do this every day. I've done this every day for 5 months, and I don't want anybody giving me anything. But it's like, don't because man, my analytics, I don't really understand. YouTube's gotten so complicated. The analytics, go in there and manage your video. I can't understand any of that. And then it's different, and it says I don't have any views, and it says I do, and what? Don't you have something better to do? Don't you guys have sushi to eat or a new iPhone to buy or YouTube guys? I'm talking about, or is it just some kind of AI bot algorithm that just doesn't? Again, I'm older. I'm not hip. I don't subscribe to the norm. I get that too. But leave me alone, man. Give me some breathing room. Shit. So yeah, if you go to Rumble, I think a lot of people are going to go to Rumble. I think Rumble's like the next thing. Maybe. But what do you think? Comment below. What do you think about the ex-mayor? What do you think about his uncle? Is there something to this? Is this the next layer of the crime? Again, I think it's a layered crime. I think there's something else that's connected. It's connected. They were sharing files and stuff. And if you're in that world, I mean, you know, that's what you do. Comment and let me know. Again, like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, information's in the description. It's a Zelle. It's an app on your phone. You can, you know, pardon me. But I do this every day. I'll be back tomorrow. Ranting and raving, not necessarily on the Delphi murder. I'm all over the place. I did a yin yang shang video yesterday. I did have a cooking show. It's everything. The potpourri. But I love y'all. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. And thank you guys for your comments. Be blessed. Cheers.